Hi Curious and welcome back. Today we move to the world of film and take you on a journey into the life of one of Hollywood's most talented actors. Are there any horror movie fans out there? If so, then surely Patrick Wilson's face will be familiar to most of you. One of the horror movies in which he stars, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, is currently in theatres, but his appearances in such films are just an addition to his extensive body of work. What other roles do you know him for, and what else does he do off the big screen? His private life has been perfectly arranged for many years, and the bride of his heart is a Polish girl who is successful on Broadway, and he often cheers on her country in sporting events, and even played in a Polish production where he spoke the language perfectly. How else can Patrick Wilson surprise us, who for a large number of viewers is an actor playing in horror movies? Does the actor feel a bigger connection with his wife's homeland than with America? Stay with us until the very end, because we have gathered a lot of interesting information for you. But before we go on any further, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. As we mentioned in the introduction, most of you will know or associate Patrick Wilson with one of his projects, and not necessarily only those who like horror movies, in which the actor often plays. He has about 60 different film roles to his credit. Of course, at the beginning, we can't skip the titles that are supposed to induce thrills in the audience, and those with the participation of Patrick is really quite a lot. He has starred in such films as Insidious, Insidious Chapter 2, Insidious The Last Key, The Nun, and Annabelle Comes Home. You may have also seen him in the Netflix production of In the Tall Grass, and of course the popular Conjuring film series. In both this title and several others, he plays the authentic character of Ed Warren, a paranormal investigator accompanied by his wife Lorraine Warren, played by Vera Farmiga. Currently, as you might have heard in the introduction, you can watch the third part of The Conjuring in cinemas. And while we're on the subject, you want to take a look at our CURIOSIPS WOW channel later on, where you will find an episode entitled The Conjuring 3 Warrants Accepted by the Church but Not the People, which we recommend to you. The link for the episode is displayed under your screen above. But still, stay tuned to find out more about Patrick. He has also appeared in 3 different movies based on DC Comics, and another one is on the way. You might have seen him in Watchmen from 2009, Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice from 2016, and in Aquaman from 2018. He will also appear in the second installment of Aquaman, which is scheduled for release in 2022. Wilson is also thriving off the big screen. His career began with musicals. The start of his artistic journey was on Broadway, and he continues to care about that side of his artistic endeavors today. His theatrical work has brought many nominations and awards. As an interesting fact, he has also starred in Władysław Pasikowski's 2014 Polish production Jack Strong. Wilson's impersonation of CIA agent Ryszard Kuklinski, a colonel in the Polish People's Army, showed that he is very fluent in Polish. In the spy thriller, he says many things in the language and even conducts dialogues. And listening to him, one can get the impression that he understands the spoken issues perfectly and is not just a passive reciter. Well, the Polish language is not alien to him, because for over 15 years his wife has been Dagmara Domincik, but we'll tell you a little bit more about her and the love story they share in a moment. Patrick Joseph Wilson was born on July 3, 1973 in Norfolk, Virginia, but grew up and spent most of his life in St. Petersburg, Florida. There he received his education in acting, graduating from Carnegie Mellon University with a BFA in drama. Even during his college days, he received the Charles Willard Memorial Award for Excellence in Musical Theatre. According to the information we're able to find, Patrick has English, Scottish, Scots, Irish, Northern Irish, German and Welsh roots. He comes from a family where the artistic world and the world of television were no strangers. However, he is the only one who decided to become an actor, who, in addition, also uses his immense musical talent in all of his work. He not only plays impersonating film characters, but also creates songs and music. But about that in a moment. He is the son of Mary Catherine, a voice and singing teacher and a professional vocalist, and John Franklin Wilson, a retired television employee and news presenter for WTVT in Tampa. Patrick has 2 older brothers, Paul, who works as an advertising executive, and Mark, who followed in his father's footsteps and became a television presenter. The musically talented brothers sometimes form a trio together to perform at charity galas. The professional path of Wilson, now 48 years old, coincided with his graduation from college in 1995. It was then that he debuted in the role of Chris Scott in the musical Miss Saigon. He has had many such appearances in theatres in various titles over the years. We will not talk about all of them, let us just mention the most important ones. Patrick was first seriously noticed by the public in 1999 in New York performing off-Broadway in the play Bright Lights, Big City. His performance in the musical earned him a Drama Desk nomination and a Drama League award. Soon after this success, the 20-year-old Patrick starred in other Broadway musicals, including The Full Monty, for his role in which he was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical and a Drama Desk Award also for Best Actor in a Musical, and these are just examples. As we mentioned, Patrick continues his acting in this form despite his career on the big screen. As he once confessed, he would never give up Broadway. "I want to expand my horizons and do more movies, but it will always come back even if it's going to LA to get a job, because I want to do both on both coasts." The actor was also a soloist with the Mostly Pops Orchestra and the Canton Symphony Orchestra. Wilson began climbing the career ladder rather quickly, gaining popularity and critical acclaim. He has a unique blend of irresistible charm and acting and musical talent. At the beginning of the 2000s, he confidently entered the world of film. One of the first productions was a miniseries, Angels in America, where he starred alongside Meryl Streep, Al Pacino, Mary Louise Parker, and Emma Thompson. For his role, he received a Golden Globe nomination and an Emmy for Best Supporting Actor. A year later, he starred in a musical, The Phantom of the Opera, but his skills also drew attention. After these appearances, he permanently established himself in the world of Hollywood productions. We will not list all the titles because there are too many. Wilson has been very active professionally for the last 2 decades. However, we will add that he is also well remembered for his roles. For example, in a highly acclaimed series Fargo or Little Children, where he shared the screen with Kate Winslet. While he is a passionate man in a professional sphere, his personal life is no different. He loves baseball, is a fan, and plays in a Broadway show league team. Where sport is concerned, he also likes to keep his fingers crossed for Polish soccer players. For example, during the 2016 Euros, he took to his Twitter account and shared his joy over Robert Lewandowski's goal. In turn, his wife posted a photo of her focused husband wearing a baseball cap with Polish colours. But does all this, as well as him perfectly speaking the language, mean that he feels more connected to the European country than America? Well, there is nothing that suggests this, and it is all probably due to the fact that the actor has strong family ties of Poland. For a while, fans of the actor had thought, and some hoped, that he had a romance with his Conjuring co-star Vera Farmiga, and since we came to the topic of personal life, it is worth noting that that was just wishful thinking. We mentioned his wife earlier, and we must tell you more about it, as he is happily married and has been for some time. The actor married Dagmara Domintic in 2005. The couple has 2 sons, Callan Patrick, who was born in 2006, and Cassian McCarroll, born in August 2009. And it is known that their mother is very anxious for her children to know her Polish roots. His wife Dagmara was born in Kielce, Poland, but when she was 7 years old, her family emigrated from Poland and eventually settled in the United States. Like Patrick, she is also an actress and her portfolio is quite extensive. She has starred in such titles as The Immigrant, The Count of Monte Cristo, and Succession, among others, and she is also very successful as an actress on Broadway. Although Dagmara began her education in the US in the 2nd grade with zero knowledge of English, she gained knowledge very quickly. She was accepted to the High School of Performing Arts and received a prestigious scholarship for the best graduate. Later, as one of 8,000 applicants, she was accepted to college and received a scholarship to the acting department of one of the oldest universities in the United States, Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh. While acting in plays, she received many awards and honors. In 1998, 4 months after graduation, she made her Broadway debut, and although the roles were small at first, her professional affairs began to develop successfully. This is also the time where her paths crossed with Patrick. They met back in college. While he was in his 3rd year, she was in her 1st. As she recalled, he was the most handsome guy at university, but she was busy and didn't see the world outside her then boyfriend. Later, after college, Dagmara and Patrick lived in other parts of the country for years. And according to Wilson, although he was infatuated with her, she had forgotten their first meeting altogether. Fate was to bring them together later. Interestingly, according to their relationship, although they both performed on Broadway theatres, they never ran into each other. He spotted her in one of the movies and even went to a few of the plays she was in. After one of them, he left her a message to meet him. However, that never happened, and it didn't happen until nearly 10 years after the first meeting, when Dagmara was contacted by one of her former professors who was visiting New York with his students and wanted her to meet them. It turned out that the event was being organized by Wilson. Talking about those days, the actress confessed that she was fresh out of a breakup and felt like having an innocent flirtation. She approached Patrick, they started talking, and as it turned out, he became the one. Today, she recalls that it was love at second sight, and although their schedules were busy and thousands of miles apart at the time, they managed to cement their relationship. While they had work commitments and she couldn't wait to meet him again, she bought a ticket to Los Angeles because, as she confessed, she had always been like that. She would drop everything for love. Patrick revealed that he was impressed by how his beloved fought courageously for their relationship because no one had done that for him before. Before he created their relationship with Dagmara, he was previously a man whose relationships were at a distance. Eventually, he returned to New York for her and stayed there permanently because he felt he was in the right place. And he still feels that way today. The couple has formed a happy and compatible marriage for 16 years, and they sometimes take part in professional projects together. And since they don't often post photos on the social media, it seems that they want to be known mainly for their artistic activities, as they don't take part in celebrity life too much. And so curious, what roles do you associate Patrick Wilson with? Is he for you an actor known from horror movies or other productions? Did you know that he is musically talented and started his career with musicals? Did you have any idea that his wife is an actress of Polish origin? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.